Well, there we have it. Here's the official statement by Sony regarding Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077 refunds. SIE strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store. SIE will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice. Once we have confirmed that if you have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via PlayStation Store, we will begin processing your refund. Please note that completion of the refund may vary based on your payment method and financial institution. So what does that tell us? There's two things to take away from this. Everything else is basically self-explanatory. Number one, Cyberpunk 2077 must be that bad for the majority of players that have bought it from the PlayStation Store digitally that Sony are not only giving every single gamer out there a refund, but they're also pulling it from the store until the game is fixed, until it's sorted out. What that means, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what Sony's standards are when it comes to, what it looks like when it's being redone. I guess Sony are going to want to keep a close eye on it. But at the end of the day, this is a first. They've never done this before. We had Fallout 4. I experienced it myself, got to a certain stage, and I couldn't progress any further unless either Bethesda released a patch, which they ended up doing eventually, or basically I'd have to restart the game again from the very beginning and play a different type of quest line altogether till the end. For me, that was game breaking when Fallout came out. And then Fallout 76, we all know the horror stories behind that. If you really have no idea at the full length and breadth, and there is a hell of a lot behind Fallout 76's release, I suggest you go and look for the Internet Historian, and it's the Fall of 76. Look at that video, that'll fully show you how absolutely insane the launch of Fallout 76 was, and still it was difficult to get a refund for that game once you'd played after a certain period of time, like a few hours. So at the end of the day, this is unusual. Anthem, that was the same. Gorgeous looking game, don't get me wrong, still absolute pile of garbage. But once you'd played that for a certain period of time, I'm pretty sure it's an hour or 2 hours, and once you've gone over that grace period, you're no longer entitled to a refund. And people have bought, they've pre-ordered Cyberpunk 2077, and they could get they could file for a refund in a week. It'd probably take a week for them to be able to process the refund, which we'll be getting into later, because obviously in this video we're going to go through what you'd need to do to actually process your refund yourself, because there's a bit of problems there. The second thing we can take from this is your payment method, basically. That looks like, for me, it's straight up forward. If I wanted a refund, go and fill the form in. I paid by credit card, so it's going to be easy for me to get my refund, whether it's either going to be refunding your funds in your PlayStation Store, or whether it's going to go straight to your bank account. I have no idea. But I'm wondering how difficult it's going to be for people who paid via voucher, via gift card, things like that. That's something you'd have to look into yourself. So when it comes to the actual way you've actually paid for the product itself, it's just basically getting down to seeing what Sony have to say about it and what road you have to go down. So I'd have to have a really good look at that if I were you. So that's the second thing to take from this. Overall, like I said, this is pretty crazy that they're actually, doing this. People who have filed for refunds previously, before Sony have actually made this announcement, and they've been refused to pay a refund, usually one of the answers that they get from Sony support is, basically, there are updates coming in January and February to improve the overall performance of this great game, and so on and so forth. Now, that's 100%. I've seen screenshots from a few people who have tried to get refunds for the game because for them it is unplayable, and these are the replies they're getting. So it looks to me like this is only a short temporary thing. Yeah, basically, I think Cyberpunk's going to get pulled from the PlayStation Store for the next 2 months, and then 8 weeks down the line, 9 weeks down the line, at the most, we're going to see some updates coming from CD Projekt Red for Cyberpunk that will greatly improve the game. These are probably updates that they should have installed and, you know, implemented way before release, but at the end of the day there were a hell of a lot of people saying, look, just release the game, we don't care if it's broke, and this is what we end up with, while the more sensible lot of us were screaming, look, just wait till the game's finished, we don't care. Yeah, at the end of the day, if it takes 6 more months, we'll wait 6 more months, because it'll be so worth it. But unfortunately, you know, you have the louder minority. So there's that. When it comes to claiming your refund, my best advice to you is, if you've bought it on PlayStation 4, use your PlayStation 4 browser. Basically just go to PlayStationSupport.com, make sure it is the official PlayStation link, and make sure it is for your region, and then just follow the steps to claiming a refund. I'll actually put a link in the description for everybody in the UK, and you should be able to change your region from that address. But it's basically self-explanatory. Fill your form in. You'll want your transaction history ID number. You can find that on your PlayStation, on the PlayStation browser under your account. Go to account management, and your transaction history log number should be there with all your purchases. Make sure you grab that and jot that down. I just open it in a separate window if I were you. But yeah, once you've got all that, fill the form in, and then when you go to submit the form, it might actually come up that you need to fill in some more details, or there's something wrong with some more details. Before you do anything, check your emails, and if you've got an email back from Sony, then everything's fine. It's just the actual page is pretty dodgy on the PlayStation 4 browser. So once you've got your email confirming that, you know, it should look something like this. That basically they've received something from you, they're quite busy, understandable with, you know, this time of year, Christmas is around the corner, and we're halfway through still this flipping pandemic. It's understandable that it'll be slow, and on top of that, we've probably got every single person under the sun who's entitled to a refund and wants it. They're going to be claiming as well. God knows how many people that's going to be, so I'm guessing it's going to be a slightly slow process. But like I say, that's how you end up filling your form in, submit it, make sure you get that confirmation email. If not, then you might need to recheck your details, but as soon as you get that email, that's it, you know everything's sorted, and it's just the waiting game then. But what an absolutely insane story. What an absolute... I hope this is the end, yeah, to all the crazy crap that's going on in Jumanji 2020. Cyberpunk 2077 of all things. You know, like I said, I really enjoyed playing it. I just tried to put all the difference of, you know, the graphics behind me and all that lot, like, hopefully they'll update in the future. And once you get past that stage, you know, the graphics, yeah, are mediocre, and they could be better, but the story in the game itself is phenomenal. So it's such a shame to see all this happen. And hopefully CD Projekt Red managed to resolve all of this a couple of months down the line at the most. Hopefully the game will be re-released on the PlayStation Store. Until then, it's looking like a PC Xbox exclusive, everyone. Anyway, that's the video. Thanks for watching. As always, good gaming out there.